News jump, alright. I'm coming to you from Tokyo, Japan, and you might know this woman here, Roberta Kaplan, as Amber Heard's lawyer. Now, she's not Amber Heard's lawyer anymore, but we're not really concerned about what she's actually doing now. We're concerned about what her motives are and what kind of person she is. So, this says, Roberta Kaplan, who aided Cuomo, resigns from Time's Up. Ms. Kaplan, a prominent progressive lawyer, was involved in an effort to discredit a woman who had accused Governor Andrew Cuomo of sexual harassment, a report said. Now, I'm not here to say if Cuomo is innocent or guilty or not. He's got 11 allegations against him, and I don't know the details. But the fact is, and the point they're going to make here, is that Kaplan is representing people who are on the opposite side of who she set out to represent originally. So what you could say about that, thinking about Miss A.H., is that she was set out to represent people who were being abused, but she ended up representing an abuser. And when you think about it, with the Depp case, that does make sense now. And she resigned from Time's Up. So here they say, the fallout from a damaging report that found Governor Andrew M. Cuomo sexually harassed 11 women widened on Monday when Roberta A. Kaplan, a nationally prominent lawyer with ties to the governor, resigned from Time's Up, the organization founded by Hollywood women to fight sexual abuse and promote gender equality. I didn't realize it was founded by Hollywood women. That definitely makes it less credible for me. I mean, abuse happens everywhere, but it's been mentioned that a lot of these women have things to gain by making allegations. So it doesn't seem totally legit to me that you wouldn't have women from all spectrums of life coming together for this thing. And I don't trust many things Hollywood these days anyway. Now, I'm not saying that they're all liars through and through 100%, but I think, the organization has some holes in it. Ms. Kaplan, the chairwoman of Time's Up and the co-founder of its legal defense fund, was one of several prominent figures whom the report found to be involved in an effort to discredit one of Mr. Cuomo's alleged victims. And she has continuing legal ties to a former Cuomo aide accused of leading that effort, and she has ties to you-know-who, Miss A.H., Johnny Depp's ex-wife, and someone who has ties to that particular person, well, they're not so trustable in my book. Unfortunately, recent events have made it clear that even our apparent allies in the fight to advance women can turn out to be abusers, Ms. Kaplan wrote in a letter submitting her resignation from the group. We have felt the raw, personal, and profound pain of that betrayal. She said that her work as a practicing lawyer meant that she could not openly answer questions about her involvement with Mr. Cuomo or Melissa Del Rosa, the aide to the governor, whom Ms. Kaplan represented in the Attorney General inquiry. There's a nice little cat. I'm not exactly sure what that's for. The report from the State Attorney General's office found that Ms. Kaplan had reviewed a draft of a disparaging op-ed letter that was aimed at attacking the character of Lindsay Boylan, a former Cuomo aide who was the first to publicly accuse him of sexual harassment. Now, like I said, we're not here to necessarily judge who is guilty and who is innocent, but Kaplan is supposed to be representing people who have allegedly been abused, not the other way around. So basically, it seems like she's doing the opposite of what she started the organization for in the first place, and she's kind of like gone rogue and just representing who she feels like, and she's not really sticking to the certainty she had when she first started. Like I said, she kind of gone rogue when she defended Johnny Depp's ex-wife, Miss A.H., because, well, as you know, it turns out based on some pretty darn good evidence, it looks like A.H. was actually the abuser. Ms. Kaplan has come under similar scrutiny given the mission of her organization, a prominent attorney who who helped win the legalization of gay marriage. She represented the promise of Time's Up founded in the wake of the Harvey Weinstein revelations by leading Hollywood figures such as actress Reese Witherspoon and the star producer Shonda Rhimes. The concept was that high-profile women would be able to use their connections and influence to toughen protections and advance gender equality. But let's see what happens. The allegations against Mr. Cuomo, an ally of the organization who worked with them to strengthen laws in New York, has called that bargain into question. On Monday morning, a group of survivors of sexual harassment and assault posted an open letter to board of Time's Up saying that the organization had betrayed its ideals. Time's Up has abandoned the very people it was supposed to champion. The letter, which was published on Medium, said, "The board continues to fail to heed the outcry from survivors. Time's Up is failing all survivors," which would include Johnny Depp. That's right. So basically, what this article is saying is that Kaplan did not play her role in helping defend actual victims. She's kind of gone rogue, and she's defending whoever she feels like. And that's not a legitimate, organic movement. That seems like kind of a scheme. We know who else is good at schemes. No need to mention names. Because we know. Okay. In a statement, Ms. Chen and the Time's Up board said that they agree with Ms. Kaplan that her resignation was the right and appropriate thing to do. And that cat is looking right at you. Looking right at you, Ms. Kaplan. This cat here knows you are guilty. So that's a good thing. And that cat's pretty cute, I guess. I've seen cuter, but yeah, not bad. We are counting on our sisters and allies not to lose sight of the broader work and let a man's treachery be overshadowed in any way, the statement said. We do not ask for a pass, we ask for perspective. Ms. Kaplan was in a particularly awkward position after the report was released last Tuesday. Ms. Del Rosa is represented by Ms. Kaplan's firm. Ms. Del Rosa testified in the Attorney General's inquiry that Ms. Kaplan was her lawyer. Asked by the New York Times if she had ever consulted Ms. Del Rosa beyond the op-ed letter, Ms. Kaplan declined to answer. Today is a very sad day, Ms. Kaplan said in an email to the Times. I will so miss time spent with this board and our sisterhood going forward. I hope they will be able to stick together and continue this important work. But first, let's see what happens with the court case in Virginia, because I think that court case would also show, if Johnny Depp wins, which he should win, that the Time's Up movement does actually have some holes in its ship. I should say holes in its ship. That's what I meant, you know, like the boat has a few holes. Okay, I think we got the message here. You guys, of course, let me know what you think down below. Doing shout-outs, special thanks, things like that. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. If you consider it and you still don't subscribe, I guess I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.